All right, good day. This is Matt Fox, again, frictionfreesales.com, talking about how to set up your own shopping cart, your own shopping cart system that you can use and interact with all of your sites using ActiveMember360, that is, using ActiveCampaign, using WordPress and Woocommerce, and making sure that they all dovetail nicely together so you can have your clients move from one site to the other without worrying about them having to re-log in and log out and all this other stuff and having multiple passwords and this and that. It's one password. That's the one beautiful thing about using ActiveMember with all this is that it sets up one password inside ActiveCampaign that interacts between all of your sites. And so how we're going to do this to link it up from one site to the other. In the first video, I went through setting up the WooCommerce so you have your shopping cart there. But now to redirect from this shopping cart site, which is what we have here, to your members site, which is a different URL, a whole different installation of WordPress, a whole different install of everything. And so what you're going to need are these three different codes or three different processes that are available from ActiveMember360. And it's the member ID, the member auto login, and the member redirect shortcodes. Okay. And so what you want to do here is create a separate page in WordPress. And I've already created one called redirect. Now you could call it products. You could call it go to downloads. You can call it whatever you want. This is your page inside WordPress that when let me show you how it looks like here. Whoops. Let me show you what it looks like over here. That if you look down here in the bottom right corner, when they hover over this, it says the URL shop redirect, right? So that, like I said, that could be the products, that could be downloads, or whatever it is you want to put in that particular section. And what it's going to do actually is redirect. Let me show you how it does this here. It's going to redirect from this URL, the shop/redirect, or whatever the name of the page is that you give it. Okay, it's going to redirect from this page here to this page here, because that's the final quote unquote landing page, so to speak. That's where I want them to be logged into, and that's where they're going to have access to their downloads or whatever it is that you're going to be putting on that particular site. So like I said, you're going to need the member ID, you're going to need the member redirect, and you're going to need this auto login stuff. And so you're going to copy this one here, MBR redirect URL /info auto run equals quote 1. We want it to auto run because what that means is when the page loads, when that redirect page loads, it's not actually going to fully load. It's going to start to load, and then it's going to run this redirect, and it will redirect to whatever you have inside the quotes here in the URL section. Next, you're going to need the auto login, what the heck's this called, module from ActiveMember360. Forgetting stuff here all of a sudden. My brain's going fried. And so copy this first one here is the one that you're going to need. Okay. Because it has the one with the subscriber ID in it. Now, if you're copying it from here and Bob or John or some of the kids over at ActiveMember360 haven't updated this, wherever you see an and, AMP, semicolon, that all needs to actually just be the and symbol. This is the ASCII code in HTML, and for some reason, somebody copied it over incorrectly, and they need to fix that. Okay, so sorry that this is incorrect, but it should just be an and symbol in between subscriber ID and redirect. And you'll see it right here, member auto login, the little code, and then there's the and symbol here, and as opposed to and AMP semicolon, and then over here and RIDR equals. Okay, and let me copy this so it looks peachy keen over here into my little text file. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And like I said, if you still have those and symbols, remove them. The reason why they're red is this is an HTML document and it highlights those. Okay, so my site is secure. And so now what I need to do is copy, because the members site is here, and I'm going to change your site in this redirect URL, or in the auto login URL. and paste that in there. I'm also going to take the page that I want them to land on, products, and I'm going to copy it over here into the thank you page. Redirect from the equal sign on is what I want to remove here. Now there's a little section here that says TID 234. I'm going to remove that because what that does is it'll actually add a tag, but make sure you have an and sign between the word code and the ID over here. The TID that I just removed, let me put that back so you can see what it is. The TID that I just removed, like I said, that's going to add tags, a tag number 234, whatever that tag is that you have in ActiveCampaign. And I don't want to be adding any tags when they click this link. I want it to be gone. So I just want to log them in. The next thing that you're going to need is your secret code. And in ActiveCampaign or ActiveMember360, good Lord, I keep getting them all mixed up here. If you go to your plugin options, scroll on down the page, there's a thing here that says security options. This is for your auto logins. And so you're going to need to create a security code in here. Make sure it's you can make it a random string of digits. The longer, the safer, because auto login is not a super secure module, but you can use it. The longer the string, the safer. But also one of the downsides is the longer the string, some web hosts will treat long strings as spam or some sort of phishing attempt or some sort of malicious attempt to access your server. So you got to make it long, but not too long. You don't want to have hundreds of characters in there. So 18, 21 characters is cool. I'm using this generic thing here because as soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to change it and delete it off so nobody can access it. Got to remember, if somebody has your security code and they have your email address, they can make up this auto login URL and log into your website. So that's why I say this auto login module is really not that secure. Whoops, let me show you what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to take and highlight the security code right here and then copy in my security code. Okay. So now I have the website, the domain that my other ActiveMember360 plugin is on, the auto login module with the security code, and now I need to change this subscriber ID here to this member ID. Okay, and that is located right here, member DB ID. It's a very simple short code. You're just going to plug in here, copy that, and then paste it in and replace the print from each of these percentage symbols. Okay, so it's member DB ID. And this should look just like that one there. Look at that. Hot darn. Okay. And now you're just going to copy all that, paste it into the redirect URL in the member redirect thing there, the member redirect shortcode. I'm going to take all this now. I'm going to copy it. Okay. And paste that over into my page here. And then save the page. And so now I have this page, member friction-free sales, shop, redirect. And when I click on it, it might log me in. I'm logged in as an admin, so I'm not sure how it's going to work with this. There we go. It says I'm already logged in because I'm logged in as an admin. Okay. But let me show you something from the other. So this is right after that purchase that I had made in the previous video. If I go to the page here, and this says go to product, and this, if you look at the bottom left down here, it says shop redirect. And when I click on it, it'll redirect automatically to that login and take me right to the member products page where I now have that product, access to that product. Okay. And now if you notice, I'm in a completely different website up here. Whoops. Okay. My products, update email, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Very simple. And of course, now that I'm in the member side, if I wanted to do the same thing, I could do a redirect to go back to the shopping cart for someone who wanted to update their contact information, update their address, all that other good stuff, or I can do it inside that member site area. So we have a shop, which is our shopping cart. We have a member site area, which is our member site. They're two separate WordPress installations, so all the plugins are kept separate, except for the ActiveMember360. That's the one that is consistent between the two of these because that marries the two of them together, the three of them, however many sites you have together. That's going to marry everything together, pass over the tags, and automatically log you in because it's going to pull everything through ActiveCampaign to each one of the sites for you. I hope that helped you out. I have one more that I want to do real quick to show you using the redirect URL to remove the Woocommerce product pages, because if you're like me selling information products, you don't like the shopping cart pages that are in Woocommerce, and that'll be the next video.